Kathy with my DIY. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider subscribing because on this channel we make many cool DIY projects on a budget. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful Easter wreath using this cross from Dollar Tree. Let's get started.
So for this project, we are going to need a cross, like I have this garden stake from Dollar Tree, any paint and Sharpie markers if you like to change a color. We also need a grapevine wreath, ribbon, and flowers, like the white lilies, and I have here wisteria, lilac, any flowers that you like. And greenery. All my products today are from Dollar Tree. We start off by bending down and removing the stake from the cross. Next, if you like to change up the color, you can use a Sharpie marker to underline all the letters and also outlines of all the flowers and leaves. Next, I am painting the cross brown using a dry brush. Next, I would like to add a little bit more dimension with some black paint. I am going over the outside edges with a dry brush. I decide to go back with a Sharpie marker and outline the banner. Since I want my wreath to look like a crown of thorns, I'm gonna use some toothpicks and I need to paint them brown. And as you see, I have some trouble here. So the hack was to use some tape, tape them down, and makes it much easier to paint. Next step is to cut all the florals. Next, I like to pre-arrange everything to see how it's gonna look. So as you can see, I put one greenery up, one down, and then I have 3 big lilies. So I put one at the top and 2 at the bottom. Then I have lilacs. And I'm just trying it out. I put one up, one down, then maybe one more up and one more down. I think there's 5. So it's up to you which side you like to add 3 and on which side you want to add 2. And that's basically it. We make a room for the bow in the middle. Today I will be using 9-foot ribbon from Dollar Tree. And I am making a loop and measuring to make sure it is 10 inches wide. I am cutting it off and making another loop, another 10 inches wide bow. And with the remainder of the ribbon, I am making 2 tails. One will be 20 inches and another 24 inches. So we have 2 bows and 2 tails. Next step is to cut the tails at an angle to create a fishtail. as you can see, I am folding the tails in half and then in half again alongside. When I cut in an angle, we get a beautiful fishtail. And now it's time to put the bow together. We line up the tails together and the two bows together. And we need to make sure when you fold it in half, it's right there, half point right there in the middle. With a floral wire, we tie it together. Don't forget to pinch it in the middle. Pinch it and tie it together with that floral wire. So that's two bows together. And same thing with the fishtails. And there we go, that's our beautiful bow. Now we just have to fluff it up. And then try on the bow and see how it fits. I think it looks great. So next step is to glue everything securely to the wreath. So I am putting one piece of greenery at the top and one at the bottom like we previously tried. One lily at the top and two at the bottom. One of the good sides of working with the silk flowers is that you can bend them any direction that you like. So even after they're glued, you can easily adjust them. Once you have your big flowers in, you can install the bow and the crows, the two large pieces, and make sure everything looks good. In order to secure the crows to the wreath, we will be using some floral wire, and you can very easily insert a piece of the wire behind the garden stake right there that still is there behind the cross. And now it's very easy to secure the cross to the wreath. I will be putting it at a little bit in an angle, slightly to the outside, because I think it looks better that way than completely straight. And then attaching the bow to the wreath is also very easy. I used a very long wire to tie the ribbon together, so I am using the remainder to attach it to the wreath. And now when the bow is done, I am filling in the holes with the small flowers like the lilacs. Please note I am not gluing them yet. I am just inserting and seeing how I like it. And since I have one piece of greenery left, I decide to insert it behind the cross. And at this point, I like to hang my wreath on the door and take a close look at it. As you can see, one lily at the top, two at the bottom, and then the 3 lilacs at the top, 2 at the bottom. I'm going to use a hot glue and secure them because I like how it looks. I would like to add a little bit more greenery. I have 2 pieces of fern. I will insert one at the top and one at the bottom. Gotta do one more thing. We painted those toothpicks and we need to make that wreath look like a Jesus crown, the crown of thorns. So in the empty spots around the cross, I am inserting those toothpicks with a little bit of hot glue. And insert them at different angles and try not to make too much mess with the glue. Don't make it too visible. And here's the look at the final result. Doesn't it really look like a crown of thorns? I think it does. I think it came out so pretty. I am so happy that I made this, and I encourage you guys to do it too, because Easter is really all about the cross. I mean, the chickens and the eggs and the rabbits, they're all cute and adorable, but really the essence of Easter is the cross. And I am very happy to have this decoration and display it at my home this Easter. And I want to show you one more quick DIY today. He is resin sign from Dollar Tree, which I want to upgrade a little bit. And these are the items we're going to be using. Not really much, just a couple moss stones, Spanish moss, twine string, some sticks and some thorns, thorny branches from the outside, and also any flowers you like to decorate with. First, I would like to remove this cross, and I'm gonna make a cross out of the wooden sticks. But turns out this task is more difficult than I thought. There's so much glue under that cross, it's not that easy to remove. And you probably noticed the red scratches on my hands. This is all my puppy Coco. She is teething right now and she is biting everything and everybody. So at this point, guys, I am just removing the burlap. It's so easy to take off. So much glitter under there anyway. And what I decided to do is to wet my paper towel and soak that glue off real quick. And that made it so easy. I was able to roll it right off. And perhaps, guys, you don't want to deal with this or you don't have a sign like that. It is very easy to make. You just cut out a piece of burlap, insert it in a picture frame, and you can make a sign just like that with the cross, two sticks glued together, and tie it with the twine. I am just using a little bit of hot glue to secure the twine to the stick. And those sticks, guys, when you find a dry one in the park or in your backyard, they're very easy to manage. I was able to just snap them right off without even using any tools. And I trimmed them a little bit with my scissors. Next, I will show you how I am making the crown of thorns. I collected some thorny branches in my backyard, and I quickly learned that the green ones are bendable and easier to manage, especially for a small crown like that. So hence I'm working with the green ones, and I am just twisting it around, going in circle. And when there's a harder stick at the end, I just cut it off and take the next branch. And here I am just going around and making loops and forming a small crown. You might want to wear your garden gloves to do that. At this point, I don't care. You know, my hands are burning from those puppy bites anyway. I'm not scared of getting scratched anymore. And here is the crown of thorns. I think it came out very nice. The only thing that I decided to do is paint it brown. But now looking at the video, I like how green was standing out more. So maybe I should have kept it green. Let me know, guys, what would you do? And now it's time to decorate. So I have some leftover daisies that I want to glue here on the side. And also those moss stones that I'm going to attach as well. If you have any other stones, white stones or pebbles, you might want to use those. And at the end, I am filling in any bald spots with some Spanish moss. And now that the crown is all dried up, I am just trying to figure out how to place it. And I decided to actually glue it just like that on the top of the cross. So first I need to secure the cross, and I am just putting a lot of glue right there in the middle. And then 2 dots of glue on the crown. And here's the look at the final result. I think it came out very nice, much better than that pink glitter cross that was there before. And I wonder, what do you guys think? Do you like shiny things better or rustic like this? Please let me know in the comments down below.
Alright guys, so this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Coco.